Told me she was building a ship.
Okay, we have a lot of quests to do. What? Why does it still say a plus there?
That's a ship.
Oh well. Huh? I can't move anywhere. What? Does that mean I need to go to Boklad? Yeah, I think I need to continue until the map gets open again. Okay then. Let's go here. Oh, the music! Love it. Are you sure, Torgal? Oh look, we pet Torgal! Onward.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Tarja.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
And you're gonna get a pet for that as well. Candy! And again.
All right, boy.
I'm so happy that Clive actually asked how she's feeling. I love that. It's such a small detail, but it's so considerate and totally is in character of him.
That the glass gate flood has finally spread.
Did you hear?
So we're gonna give this rock to the dame. Hopefully she knows its worth.
What am I gonna do without sweet?
Since we don't.
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion.
Payment. Star ruby. Not even a rock, it's a ruby.
My. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me.
Nope.
Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Cid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it?
Well, it's a ruby.
Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Cid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself
so
for not
sad.
being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Cid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm I'm beginning to see that.
Wow, so Otto had a son. I hope we get to know more about him. I mean, what happened? I want to know. I'm so curious. But it's probably gonna be very, very sad. But I like that we get to know more about the side characters by just doing these side quests. I love that.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
Here you go, a rock for you.
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again.
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the Hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Cid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Cid may have been the face of the Hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Cid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Cid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Cid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do. Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
A bone to pick. Okay, we might as well do that one since it's close by. Sort of.
Stay sharp.
Is it this way? No. It's not. I always make for the wrong direction without looking at the map. I'm like, wait a minute, where am I going?
Oh, but wild beasts this end. All their twisted talons and gruesome maws used to turn my stomach. But that was before I heard about the Black Shields.
Yep. They turned my stomach too.
Good girl.
We're not alone.
But we're just gonna jump over everyone. I don't have time to play with all these enemies. I need to find
Straight home now.
the food. I saw antelopes, but there should be one bigger, right? That's not what I'm searching for. It's a minotaur. We just keep on heading over here. We need some actual good meat for Torgal.
If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place.
Guessing we have to fight these small ones as well.
You hungry, Torgal?
Oh, what? I thought it was gonna be more huge. It's like all the same size. I thought it was gonna be like a gigantic one. Not Titan giant, but big one. I'm sorry, but it's gonna be food for Torgal, so... And I do everything for Torgal. There we go. Sliced and diced.
Now. Will it be enough, I wonder?
He's so happy.
I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you?
I'm glad.
A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
Tell me, Clive, we did bring some with us. Hopefully we did. Nothing more to do there. Let's head over to... We had... Unsmark. The Bomb King, right? But now I don't remember if it said here. Just gonna have to check the map. If there's a place where I haven't went. Well, they be after us. What's that? Yeah. That seems to be a place where we haven't gone. If it's not like the end of the map. Which I don't think, but...
Ready, girl? Yeah!
We'll go this way instead. Let's avoid these enemies if we can. Okay, we're close by. So, in here. Aha! Now it opened up on the map. I think there was another enemy here though. Another one that I saw on the hunt board. Oh, well, maybe not here then. Well, now we know there's a house here.
Ambrosia won't help me here.
Oh. We can't pull out Ambrosia here? Okay. up here. Hello, is there a creature somewhere here? It looked like an arena. Yeah. Here it is. Oh, that looks like a round shape of something. A bomb. So it was him who was here. Okay. Are you ready to rumble? Because I am.
Your Majesty.
His attack was coronation. Triple amount of damage. Darn it, that was too far away. Oh! He just summoned his peoples!
Too slow. There's a good boy.
Come on, he's soon down. He just keeps on getting his friends out. Let's try not to get blown up into pieces.
Too slow.
That one was so cool.
This one.
Bam! Wow, that was a good block. And some revenge fist. Bomb Amber. Bite you, Your Majesty.
Now to collect the ash. I should probably have brought a bucket.
For this little? He's probably being ironic.
Looks like the stuff.
Oh!
See if there's any more.
There's plenty. You should definitely have brought a bucket. And if you don't have any place to hold it, I mean,
If a wine needs
Jill
more
can
than
probably
this,
hold it.
He can fetch it himself. Get it, boy!
You did so good, Torgal. You. Nothing else there. Let's go to the hideaway. We've got 2 quests to turn in.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
We got many of these, right?
You can, eh? I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
So speak with Tomes. Okay then, let's go to him right now. I was gonna go to Goth and then I was like, but we're closer to Harpocrates.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought, but one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone, and while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one Eikon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the Eikons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
Yeah. He's our little baby boy. Now that one's done, so whenever he needs more meat, we'll have more quests, I presume? But I'm guessing we brought a lot. Slightly increases Torgal's attack potency. I do like the Berserker ring a lot though. But I will probably switch it out eventually just to try something else. Torgal's assistance I will not be switching out, because that one is very, very good to have. Bucklad, a busy market town situated on the northeast coast of Dalmekia, also known as the Thousand Tables. Its streets throng with merchants from across the realm, each loudly hawking their wares to keen-eyed customers intent on finding a bargain. Yeah, that's where we're heading to, eventually. Ooh, we have something where a goat is.
We need to find a way into Drake's tail. And we will. Together this time.
Certainly.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah,
about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
Maybe she didn't want it. Like, she wants the Hideaway to make use of it instead and not to pay her. Well, we're gonna have to see what she means.
I think Mid might need some help.
All right there, Cid? How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
I have it here.
Have it all. Now, what do you need it for?
That's the
weird
stuff.
Science guy?
And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the Alembic bubbling away for a good old while. You're a gent, Cid. Let nothing say otherwise. Right then. Let's get this contraption up and running.
Curious, what is he doing?
There we have it. The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's no need. The good it will do for the Hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that.
What kind of magic?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest lever supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the Hideaway a few gil. But I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Well, it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
That's the spirit.
Do it.
Leave it with me. I'll only be a mo.
Oh, we're gonna be able to handle more potions. That's great.
Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag. And I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
So you can make it extra flexible. Is that what you mean, mister? Treated potion satchel, necessary for increasing consumable inventory capacity. Inventory increased. Oh, that's great. You have obtained a treated potion satchel, hereby increasing your capacity for carrying consumables. Item slot increases are as follows. Yes! That's great. And those numbers are good. Not complaining at all. Whatever we get is good. Right. We should go talk with Karen again. And give the ruby that she presumably didn't want.
Is that the thing Toes helped with?
We'll see if she wants it now when Clive is giving it. But I don't think so.
Lady Karen, Goat tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
Aww. Such a sweetheart. She really wants what's best for the Hideaway.
Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Cid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much.
You will do that.
Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
So now that's all settled?
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones.
Yep.
Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
Yeah.
Did?
Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Cid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy sod couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Cid before he...
Before he died? 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... I forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that, on account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Cid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable. Wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him. Forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Cid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, I even got teary-eyed. Cid!
He was always too clever for his own good, was Cid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man.
No, continue.
Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Cid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
Oh, they were such best friends.
Hmm? What about it?
Cid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He's the one keeping everyone together.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the Hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction, and I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
They seem to be getting along.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Cid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Already have. Now we have it for our treasury. Cid's goblet. Oh. I won't have it said that I'm a poor host, Cid.
They told me she was building a ship.
The Enterprise will have 4 mithril engines, each needing its own displacement stack.
So just 3 more like this, and we'll be finished.
Yes, 3 more, you say. Hope we can find 3 more. 3 more sources. And that Blackthorn can hammer again.
He cracked the crystal. 2? You joking?
That was a really nice backstory that we got from Otto. Oh, we got some stuff here. Miraculously undamaged in the attack on the old hideaway, Otto held onto the featureless clay cup to remind him of his lost friend, before giving it to Clive, knowing that Cid would have wanted the proud bearer of his legacy to have it. It really is featureless. But it's whom it is that counts. It was Cid's little cup. Seems like we got something. Oh, I always forget her name. The girl at Goats. Didn't seem to want help with that. Was her name like Daniela? Danielle? Desiree.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Your benefactors.
Yeah, you got stuff for me. Few are those who would strive to lighten the burden borne by the crystals cursed. But if we are to survive the coming storm, we must stand together, bearer and brother, as you have shown us, a friend in Northreach.
Come again.
Wonder who that is. What you got for me?
Look at the list, do you? Anything catch your eye?
Let me see. Nothing? Nothing? Oh. Is this? Find Ignac. Oh, okay. But we're not really done yet. So we're gonna go to the Dalamil Inn first. Because we got stuff to do here. Blacksmith Blues.
A wealthy man. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Kara's collector.
Someone a bit eccentric, they said.
The whole mother crystal gone. What are we gonna do?
I think anyone here looks
I don't know for sure.
to be wearing anything eccentric. Tipsy traveler.
You. Listen, I've got this theory. The fallen, I don't think they all fell. Some of them are still living among us. You could be one of them. I could be one of them.
What if he has something
Back again, are you?
correct about that?
Any more trouble and you'll be barred for life, however deep your friend's pockets might be.
I'm not here to make trouble, okay, miss?
Welcome. If you're hoping for a bed, I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere. One of our wealthy
I'm not
patrons
looking for
purchased
that.
the use of every room, hoping to keep out the riffraff, as he puts it.
Oh, wait! That's the person I'm probably looking for. That seems eccentric enough to just buy every single room.
Will be ruined! Ruined! Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be! Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced. Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant! Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
Sure, what?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? No. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went?
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamel is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
Okie dokie, find the stolen goods. Over there, so this will make it faster. Get out Ambrosia.
Let's go.
And we ride.
Run like the wind.
I wonder if we will get any backstory with Karen. Karen and goats.
We're not alone.
Because they seem to be very close to one another. He seems like the grandma. Or more like the aunt. He's not that old. Oh, we can't jump. I reckon we could just glide. But I guess they won't let us. How long? Where do we have to run? Okay, I think it's this way. Maybe up here and just continue our run here. Yeah. Coming for the goods. And the thieves. We'll see who it is. Who has stolen the goods. Now we're close enough. Let me just take this first. Let there be something good. Well, roses. We could give those to Jill if they're pretty. I reckon we will fight. They have one big guy here.
We've got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
The innkeeper. Really?
This one.
was supposed to block that. There we go. Oh, to retaliate. I need to train more with the blocking mechanic. I'm more of a evader than anything.
Over here!
Bye-bye. And I'm taking the goods with me. All of this.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamil.
I hope the blade is still there.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hide such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Yay.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
And there are many other collectors out there.
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield. And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
Good thing we didn't give our actual name.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
Yep. We're going there right away, maybe? We do have a quest over there, but it's also a main story quest, so we'll do that one later. Apprentice to Karen, an ally of the Hideaway. He is the proud bearer of a trader's pass that allows him to travel freely across the realm, something that is indispensable in completing the errands that Karen sets him. His latest task to journey to the Crystalline Dominion in the company of Clive and Jill, using the pass to cross the heavily guarded and fortified border. Well, one of us has a pass, it seems like. So what will we do? Do we have to, like, gain it?
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword, then?
I did better than that.
We even got the stone!
A whetstone? Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if
So does this mean we're gonna get, like, a very good sword?
Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the Cursebreakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the Cursebreakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the Cursebreakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one, August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
He'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right. I will.
Okay, so it's not for us, but it's for the Cursebreakers. I mean, that's good enough. Excalibur design draft. Wow, okay, that sounds really good. Recipe unlocked. Do I have anything for it?
What do you want?
Oh, we don't. We have it there. We need Grimalkin hide. Did we have on the hunt board anything that was named Grimalkin?
That it? Fine.
And that sword seems to be from Sir Crandall story. Okay, and then we go make for Bocklad. I'm a little bit thinking right now if we should do some of the hunt boards or if I should go straight to Bocklad. Okay, we're gonna go after this Grimalkin. Leg eater.
Now, Torgal! Sick 'em!
Well, it's not here. Helldiver, I'm pretty sure those were... Oh, wait. There seems to be something here on the map. The Helldiver, I'm pretty darn sure it was in Lost Odyssey as well. And it could reduce our health to 1 HP. But we're not gonna mess about, we're just gonna go where this Grimalkin is. So if we go here... This way was blocked before. I know I tried to go here. It was a broken caravan, right? Which way? Guess we can start with this one. And if this ain't the right way, then we just go forward. Okay.
Time to fight. You deserve a rest.
Could do some fighting.
All yours, Torgal. Enough.
Just to gain some flames. Okay, this seems to be some kind of a fighting arena. Yep. Might not be the correct one, but we'll just have to see. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Grimalkin, here we have it. I'm gonna get my sword. I'm gonna get my Excalibur.
Playtime for the pack, is it? Let me introduce you to
I love the Torgal bark. He was like, yes!
Over here! Go for it! Over here!
So when we're done with these, the big guy will jump down, I presume.
Get him!
More? Just round them up.
Sick 'em!
Oh, he wants to tire us out. Is that it?
Get him! Over here!
There we go.
There was one.
How difficult are you gonna be? rub its belly. Oh, I accidentally cancelled the blind justice. Oh my.
Get him.
It's kinda slow being like a cat animal. The assassins are way faster. I'm gonna get my sword. Ah, darn it. Rock my shield.
There's the good boy.
See if we can bring it down. There we go. Notorious Mark slain.
That wasn't too bad, was it, Torgal?
Can we take some bone from this guy? Anything else here? I need to pet Torgal because he was such a good boy, but they don't let me. Okay then. Well, we're gonna be creating a new sword now.
What do you need? What's that for you, dear?
There it is. Excalibur.
Right. And?
Whoa. This is a nice looking sword. Byron will love it. He's gonna be like, oh, that's from Sir Crandall. That's nice. Okay. This is gonna be it for this episode, so thank you all for watching and bye bye!